Hello, guys, and welcome to my sort of like mini review of the Warning album. I've had lots of people sort of like comment on the channel and stuff like that, just saying, "Hey, we'd like to hear like a review or something of the album." Well, I finally listened to it a couple of times now. I'm kind of ready to give my thoughts and opinions and kind of break it down and stuff a little bit. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. This is not something I really do regularly. It's only because it's been asked for a lot that I'm going to do this. So this is relatively new to me. So if you like this kind of content, guys, please like I said, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Lets me know that you guys like this kind of stuff, and I'll do more of it in the future. If you'd like, I'm gonna keep this one like sort of like relatively short. I've just got like a few notes. I don't want to talk too much to make this like a 20-minute long video, so I'm gonna just kind of speed run through pretty much some of the songs of this album and my thoughts and stuff. If you'd like a bit more of a like, musical breakdown, more an in-depth analysis of the album, if you want me to do that, and there's enough want for it, again, let me know in the comments, and I will totally do that. It will be a long video. I can guarantee that one will be like 30 minutes, probably 40 minutes long, because there's so much to talk about, and I'm gonna try and put that stuff to the side for now. There's definitely channels out there that can do a better job of this. This is not what this review is. This is just more of kind of listening to the songs, listening to the album as a whole, my thoughts, my opinions, what I liked about this album, things I didn't like about this album, and just kind of see, would I recommend this album? Is it good? Is it worth getting? So we're gonna start off from the beginning, and yeah, the album comes in with a little bit of an intro. I personally, I'm a big fan of album intros. Like, I really like them. For me personally, if you're gonna do an album intro, it needs to mean something. It needs to be there for a reason. I like album intros. Some of the best albums have fantastic little dark intros or clean intros. And with this album, I feel like it wasn't particularly needed. It was just a lot of to build up for the first song, which is fine a little bit, but yeah, I would have liked a little bit more for that straight off the bat. So the intro thing is probably one of the few bad things I have to say about the album. I guess so. I'm really stretching for something to try and keep this review sort of like, unbiased, because once we get into the chunk of the album now, woo, woo, what an album it is! Holy crap! Straight away, the opening bass riff of Disciple is great. Is great. There's I have a lot of love for the bass in this album. Some absolutely just incredible bass riffs that are going on in this whole entire album. But that kind of sets the tone of where we're going. And it's a really, really great song to kind of come into. It lets you know that, sets it, like I said, it really sets the tone. It lets you know where this album's going and what these girls plan on doing. And the ride is incredible. There's some great guitar riffs. The vocals are obviously on point. It's a hell of a song. It's a great, great, great song to start that album off with, which is kind of incredible. I I think there could have been other songs better suited maybe to coming in. But all in all, it's a great way to start off. It's a great way to start off. For me personally, I feel like the real meat of this album is pretty much the middle of it. It really kind of kicks in then, I think. But yeah, going on to the second song, Choke, as well. And the kind of entrance to this is incredible. Obviously, Danny's clean vocals coming into this is really, really nice. I really, really like that kind of build up of the clean intro, but kind of before the guitars and stuff come in. Is really, really nice. What I will say about Danny's vocals in this whole entire album is just how great she is. Like, I don't know her exact age. I think she's turned 22. Is I'm sure she's about 22, 23. But she has such a mature sounding voice. Like, honest to God, if I didn't know that she was 22 years old, I would think she's a lot older than she is. And I feel like that's a really, really good thing. I feel like it's one of the selling points of the band, because I feel like if she sounded a lot younger or than she does, I don't know if this whole thing sort of works. Or it wouldn't, it would probably still work, but it wouldn't have the desired oomph, the effect that some of these songs require, because a lot of these songs, Danny's vocals like carry it. It's like I said in my one of my reaction reviews. If you haven't seen my reactions to some of these songs as well, it's another reason why I'm not going through each song one by one, because a lot of these songs I've reacted to on my channel. Go and check those videos out as well. But as I said in one of those videos, like, Danny's voice is an instrumental by itself. And when she wants to hit hard, she can. When she wants to go soft, she can as well. She has an abundance of talent there as she's going in. But the maturity of her voice, that tone of it, kind of really, really stuck out for me in this whole entire album, to be honest. Really kind of listening out for her. And like I said, just the quality that was kind of coming through really kind of amazed me. And like I said, she has the sound of a voice way beyond her years, which is a testament to her, I think, to be honest. And a really, really strong voice. I'm really looking forward to seeing what she sounds like in 10, 15 years from now, once she's kind of like had like another 10 more years of doing this, and seeing how her voice evolves and where she goes from here. I mean, that's something to really kind of look forward to, and I'm, generally looking forward to seeing how she progresses. But for right now in this album, I was pretty taken back from it, to be honest. I know how young these girls are, and maybe to a certain extent, I was expecting that to kind of come through in certain aspects. But yeah, no, the tone of her voice is very, very good. Like I said, way beyond her years. And the emphasis she puts on that, I don't want to say aggression, but that controlled, enforced push that she puts on her vocals is very, very good. Especially when she goes into the choruses and she takes it up a notch, is so good. I think all the girls, I'm giving so much praise to Danny here, but all the girls have raised their games, and I think in the quality of this album, from the drumming to the bass riffs, it all is just that little bit more. And again, it's an absolutely fantastic album. As we're going into like a animosity as well, it's like I said, it's a great bass line for this song. I really, really like this. I'm gonna be praising the bass a lot as well. I'm a huge fan of bass lines, and some of the bass lines in this album are incredible. I wouldn't say they're overly complicated, but they do exactly what they need to do. It doesn't need to be the greatest technical bass line in the goddamn world. It just needs to sound good, and it sounds great. It does what it needs to do. It really adds to the songs for most of this album, I think. Which is really, really great. What I really, really like about that song as well is the sort of slow chorus to it. It's a little bit more slowed down than the other songs, and I really, really appreciate that. For the genre that they kind of sing, the one thing I was kind of worried about coming into this album with some of their songs is whether or not they were going to sound a little bit the samey. Because they have that very, very fast-paced, go-to energetic vibe to the band, and in all their songs, it's really, really good. And I was kind of worried coming into this album whether or not it would be like a little bit too much of a rinse repeat, which admittedly I was listening to this album the first time and I thought it was kind of going to go that way until the second half of the album, which I really, really liked, which I'll get into a little bit more. But I really, really like that. Money is an absolute great song. I freaking love this song. It's a great tune. It's catchy as hell. It's all about the cold hard cash hunt. Woo! It's catchy. It's catchy. Like literally, I've heard that song before on through doing reactions and obviously doing my Twitch channel and stuff like that as well. Uh, and that's the song is just catchy as hell. It is catchy as hell, and it's stuck in my head even now. As I'm listening to this album, and as I probably will listen to this album a little bit more as well. After this, like I said, this is just my initial views. After listening to it a couple of times now, it's just a great song, and some of these songs are just gonna bury in your head and stay there. I think it's one of those albums that I think you always get like that one or two catchy songs, and I do believe this album's got 3, 4, 5 kind of catchy songs that you'll be humming all day, which is great. So I got some notes here just saying obviously about Danny's mature vocals, which I've already spoke about. So I went a little bit there. But what I really liked as well about Amor is the different languages she used. I was kind of a little bit taken back that for the French verse that was in that song, I was kind of like, oh, you know what, I would have totally thought that would have been in Spanish. Now I don't know too much of the background to these girls. Obviously I know that from Mexico, so I was expecting obviously Spanish or Latin. I apologize if that's the wrong terminology for that. Please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. So yeah, to get that French kind of like chorus out of that, really kind of remind me of Placebo. Actually, there's a lot of the way the girls work in this album that reminds me of Placebo. It's like there's a lot of similarities, I feel like, from the song layouts to some of the Danny's vocal keys as she's singing. But that definitely did. It reminded me of Placebo because they're renowned for sticking some French in their songs as well. And it just kind of gave me that vibe. Again, this is just my own opinion. I could be completely wrong, but it'd be interesting to know if like maybe that is one of the bands that of their influences, because there are a lot of similarities I feel between the two. I really liked Evolve as well. Again, it's a song with a great tempo. It has probably my favorite kind of like drums bass combo of the whole entire album, and I love the interlude to this song as well. It's the drums is very good for this. I can't get enough of that. And it's one of those songs that are easy just to kind of mosh to, like really kind of get into that music. And I really like that as well. Like sometimes just let the music take over. If it's a really good song, like you'll vibe off it. And for me, this was definitely one of those songs. At this point, I feel like the album is getting better and better. It could have started off, I think, a little bit better for me, but it's as the songs are kind of going in. For me, the first time I listened to this, I was like, oh, okay, I'm really liking this. I'm really liking this. And this, for me, it's an album that continues to get better and better and better. It has a few hiccups, I think, near the end. But again, I'll get into that a little bit more. Error, I've done a reaction to Error again, so I won't go too much into it. If you want to see like my full kind of like reaction to that song for the first time, go and check out the video on my channel. So like, sub if you want to. Yeah, it's definitely a lower tempo song. Like I said, Danny's vocals, I feel like for this song really shine through. The breakdown and the breakup between the song is really good. It's a song that could have been a little bit more repetitive, but I said this in my review, but I really love the guitars, the songwriting in this song, because it could have been repetitive, but they do enough in there to interchange it, to change the verse, to change the chorus, to change the breakdown. It's a really well written song, musically and lyrically, and I really like it. The first time I listened to it, I said it probably wasn't one of my favorite songs off the album, and that probably still rings true. But the more I listen to it, the more I like it more. The more it grows on me more and more and more. It does kind of like keep shifting up the list a little bit for me, which is interesting, which is really interesting. So yeah, for Z, I would say that the song, probably this is my favorite for best bass of the album for me. Alejandra really nails it with this one. It's my favorite song of the whole entire album for the bass. I really love the tone. I really love the riff, and I think the song is just made for bass. I really like this. I really like the composition of this album between guitar and bass. And drums. I feel like I'm doing a review and I don't switch my phone off. God, some YouTuber. Like I said, I really like the composition between all the three instruments. I feel like every girl gets their moment to shine and really kind of showcase their skills in various different songs. For me, the composition of the bass for this song is incredible. I really love it, and I can't say enough for this. For that one. 23 is more of like a softer song. I really like it. It's got a good vibe. What I was kind of disappointed about so far leading up to this album, I was kind of listening and I was like, hey, where's this like soft song? And this is what, going back to what I said before about my worry about it, like the album being like a little bit repeaty and a little bit one note in terms of obviously like what the girls do well is fast paced rock songs. But I was kind of worried at this point that it was going to be an album of 13, 14 songs of just fast-paced rock songs, and I was starting to kind of worry a little bit. But this was a nice change of pace, but one of the things I thought was a bit, was the chorus got a little bit heavier, the guitars came in a little bit more, and I was kind of like, you know, I would have liked that to be like a little bit softer throughout. But I really like it. The one thing I didn't like about this song is there's some lead parts of the guitar, and I don't know what it is, and I listened to it a few times, but I don't like the tone of the guitar for that. Everything seems like really well mastered in that song, and everything sounds perfect. But then there's the small little lead parts, and they last about 5, 10, 7 seconds. It's just a little lick, because the cleans and the rhythm and everything else sounds perfect, but there's just this one little leap, and I don't know if it's just the tone that they use, but it just sounds really flat. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that one little bit, which really kind of annoys me, because I really like the song, but I just couldn't get over the fact that the lead tone. I don't know. I would have just used something different personally. It just came across as like a song that was really good, a little bit flat and a little bit metallic, and I didn't quite like that for this part. So there was just those little few bits of lead that I was just kind of like, kind of took me out of it a little bit. And I was just like, oh, okay. Kool-Aid Kids. I really like this. I'm actually surprised this song was so far up the list. I thought this song was a banger. It was the one song I probably haven't heard, and it was the one song that kind of like really kind of took me by surprise. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Probably the catchiest song. Danny's vocals were absolutely amazing here, and it was a great beat. Really catchy lyrics as well. I found myself singing along to that song, and I thought it was really good. Probably the catchiest song of the album, and I really liked it. I was just really surprised that it was so far up. I personally would have had it lower on the list, but on the album, but it is what it is. I really enjoyed that song. Probably the biggest surprise for me. Something a little bit different, and I did enjoy it. So, right. This, for me, was the biggest game changer of this album. I said before I was worried, obviously, about the rinse and repeat. And Reverend was phenomenal. I loved the softer song. Danny, for me, probably the best vocals of the whole entire album. She absolutely kills it here. So good, so good. So nice and to hear her voice, so nice and clean, soft, and with so much emotion as well. I really digged the slower song. And probably one of the few negatives that I could say about this album is I would have liked another one of these songs. I would have liked two slow songs. Personally, I just really, really digged it. As great as she is singing rock songs, she has an earth shattering quality about her when she does the slower soft songs. I really loved it. Really, really did love it. The tone for the guitar for this mix for this song was incredible. Probably the best mix of clean and rhythm I on the whole entire album. I thought this song was really, really well done. It came out left field and was just phenomenal. This was what I was hoping for. I was hoping this would be a little bit, again, a little bit further up in the mix. I feel like the mixing of this album is a bit weird because it's literally like fast paced, fast paced, fast paced, fast paced, fast paced, and then we'll do all the stuff we at the end that we didn't want to track onto it. You know, I feel like it's like rock soft songs for the album. I'm like, all right, okay, I would have just liked them spread out, maybe mixed a little bit, but again, I'm trying to find negatives here that I to point out on this album. Otherwise, this would be a review of just me gushing over it for 15 minutes, 10 minutes, or however long I'm recording this for. Probably, I've just seen we're on to 20 minutes. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm going to hurry this up. Yeah, I loved it. I'm sorry if I say this wrong. Materio. I loved it. Going back to what I was saying, I was surprised with the French vocals. In a more, I really, really loved it. This is something else I was really was on my bucket list for this album that I really wanted them to do. Their native tongue for this album. I really wanted at least one song on here done like that, and I'm really, really happy they did it. Danny's vocals again, just phenomenal. The cleans and when she holds her tone and how just nice it is. There's no tremors in the voice, no variations. It's on point. I really, really love it. And then Breathe as well, which is closing the album off. I thought Breathe was I thought it was a great song, but I didn't like the entire mix of it. I didn't like the entire mix of it. I thought the piano tone was a little bit off, and I didn't like the effects that they put over Danny's voice for this. I honest to God, I would have liked this song a little bit more with just get a proper grand piano there, and to cut the effects off Danny's voice to hear those clean vocals that she's really, really good at. I really enjoyed the song. It was really, really nice, really, really kind of eerie, full of emotion, but at the same time, the layered effects kind of pulled me out a little bit. I could see what they were going for, but I don't know. I feel like Danny's voice is so good, clean. For like I said, for the softer song of Revenant, that I would have preferred that. I love it. I love the outro. I love where it was going with it. I just feel like it could have been mixed a little bit better, maybe handled a little bit differently. I would love to hear this song maybe done like a live or something with just her on a piano without the effects layered over it. I think would sound a little bit better. I'm not too sure. Again, let me know. I'm trying to pick apart some things here. But overall, is it worth it? Should you buy this album? Yes, you should. The album is incredible. It shows a journey of a couple of girls, I think, that are really kind of coming into their prime. I truly, truly do think that this band is, and these girls are on the up. This album is incredible. From everything from the song making to the girls themselves to the mixes. It has a great variation of drums, bass, rhythm, and vocals. It's bouncy, it's catchy, it's rocky, it's singable. It's everything you kind of want if you're looking for this type of genre of music. It's so fun. And I think that's the thing you need to take away from this. It's fun. It's a great album. Really, really, really fun. And that's the thing to take away from it. You will listen to this and I think you'll smile. You'll listen to this, you'll sing along. You'll listen to this and you'll just have a great time. And for me, that's a hallmark of a great album. If you can come away and want to listen to it again like I did before I was reviewing this, then I thought it was things. There's definitely some parts of this album I feel like could have been touched up a little bit more. There's some tonal choices that I don't quite agree with, that I would have liked to see done a little bit differently. Maybe the mixing of the album, especially with some of the songs from the layout of it, again, I would have done a little bit differently. It does really feel like that's the album they want to do, and then that's like the bonus songs, and I would have liked to seen it a little bit mixed up in the album a little bit more. But everything about this is great. It's a great album. If I had to give it a score out of 10, I would give it a 9.5. Honest to God, it's that good. It's definitely an album that's going to be enjoyable. I think it's an album that's going to get more and more attention drawn to it. And it sets you up, I think, for an exciting future. For right now, these girls are superb and a very, very special talent. And I think you should appreciate it while you can. Because I feel like, like I said, the next 5 years, I feel like the next album could be something else. It could be something else. I think they're getting better and better and better. I think this album is really, really well done. Yeah, it's incredible. I hope you enjoyed this kind of like review. And my points, again, this is just my personal opinion. Some points you might not agree with, some points you may do. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Was I a bit too harsh on some of my points? Was I a bit too praising some of my points? I don't know. Let me know. I'm just trying to give my honest opinion, and I hope you guys appreciate it and you enjoyed this video. Why not like and subscribe? Like I said already, if you do, I really, really appreciate it. I don't really do review videos. This is something different. I don't know whether or not I'm going to cut this up or just do it uncut. I might just do it uncut just because it's my honest opinions. And I feel like too many YouTubers cut their videos up. So it might be a good or a bad thing. I don't know, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Take care, guys, and I'll see you guys all next time.